It's late, but I didn't go live yesterday. I technically didn't go live today because it's midnight here. But I, just want to make sure I'm tapping in. And so I wanted to talk today about um, just being focused on oneself. And um, I've said this many times in a lot of different spaces, but there, there was a time when I was grieving and was wanting other folks to almost, I guess, grieve the same way that I was grieving, or just I had access and was privileged enough to be in healing spaces that taught me how to grieve. And so I was almost, I think I was frustrated because I wanted the grieving process to go a certain way and it wasn't. And I was feeling frustrated. And my aunt said, she was like, just focus on you. And I was like, I was a little molded. I ain't gonna lie, because it was kind of like, like basically get yourself together. You're worried about everybody else, but you need to focus on you and worry about your own healing. And when I look back on it, I still had hella healing to do. So she was right, and I really did need to be focusing on myself. But what I have saw, the benefits that I've saw from me focusing on myself and just worrying about myself and my own healing is that um, the people that I care about get to benefit from a person that is well, from a family member that is well, and regardless of if they learn anything or not, I think that just me leading by example is valuable. So I think, sometimes you go into a healing journey and you're like, um, you're trying to make everybody do the things that you're doing, right? Even when it's like just something like we're like say we're just on like a health journey or a fitness journey, you like, everybody got to eat this, or everybody, we all got to be on a diet, or everybody got to eat vegetables, or we going on a juice fast. And it's like, honestly, if you were to just do it yourself, most of the time, most people just be like, what you doing? All right, I'm gonna do it with you, and I just feel like that has been a lot more effective for me. And not that I'm doing it with that intention. I'm not doing it with the intention like I'm gonna do this and then they're gonna want to change, or they're gonna want to do this because I did it. I really just started doing stuff with the intention that I know I needed to goddamn heal myself. And so, um, and I didn't notice that it was affecting people, or that people weren't able to notice until like maybe like a year later or something. And then it's just the way that they talk to me, and it's just the things that they ask of me, because they know I'm the person in the family that, you know, I just be on either the black shit, or I'm on my healing shit, or I'm, trying to eat healthy, live a healthy life. And so sometimes if they have questions or something like that, then they'll hit me up and be like, "Oh, how you used to do this, or how you what you think I should do." And it's like I said, it's not nothing. It be super subtle, but I just see the benefits of me doing my work and the people around me. And like I said, it's not. I really am just trying to learn to let go of feeling like other people's healing is my responsibility, especially when I already do work in healing. Like, there are people that I'm sure have benefited from me sharing my gifts, sharing my words. Um, there are people that are receiving benefits from that. So I don't need to make people in my family also receive from it if they don't want to. And I think it's for whoever wants to receive healing from the gifts and the things that God puts on my heart to share. And it's for whoever wants it. And it really makes me think about like just even when I'm facilitating and I'm in spaces, I try to be very mindful, and I really think, for one, I'm just really grateful for the work that I do, and I'm grateful that I've been called to do it, and I'm grateful that the people around me have shown me grace, and I've really just been learning a lot about myself, because I feel it's my responsibility to set aside my ego when I'm in a healing space with other folks. Because, for one, when you are using music and sound healing tools and all these different things, whether it be meditation or libations, you're opening people up. And so I feel very protective over opening people up in healing spaces and then not making sure that I'm taking really good care of them while they're in a space. I don't ever want somebody to be like they came to something that I facilitated and then they were harmed, or they, lost faith in like the healing community, or like I just don't ever want that. I don't want to do that. I really don't. And so I'm really careful about how I show up in spaces. And there are things that I am working on personally. Like, at the end of the day, I still struggle sometimes with my ego. I still struggle with frustration and anger and different things that I'm trying to work on as a human being and trying to get better with. But I feel like when I am in those spaces, I really have to set all of that aside, and I can't allow my ego to show up. And so I feel like I'm getting really good at, self regulation and emotional regulation, and making sure that I am not allowing my ego to speak up. And I think, stuff like making sure that I set intentions before I walk into a space, praying, just being very focused mentally and clear as to what I want to do when I'm in a space with other people who are coming in the space to heal. And so I just think that, it be there are sometimes things that arise in me that may make me want to feel like, oh, I need to control this situation, or I don't like the way they said that, or I don't like the way they did this. And it's like, girl, shut the hell up and like chill. Like, everybody is free to do what they need to do in this space to heal, and like, take away your pride, and it's not about you. It's really not about you. And I'm a Leo, and sometimes that'd be hard. Sometimes that's hard. But I'm getting better, and I'm learning to just create space. I'm learning to create safe spaces for people, um, to heal, and like, not not in not to inject my ego and my wants and my needs so that I can be seen in a space over someone else. I rather everyone get what they need. Everyone feels safe in this space. Everyone be able to talk, because that really be the thing too. And I think it's really simple. Like, when I'm facilitating like a healing session, most of the time the healing session facilitates itself. If you give people space to talk and to lament and cry and pour out their emotions, the space usually facilitates itself. I am just creating a container, a safe space for them to do so. And so I do that by opening up with, libations, and making sure that I'm honoring the ancestors. And then I may, do a sound bath that opens people's up, because music is a universal language. And so music, really helps people to like tap into their emotions and their spirit, and whether it be words that they're hearing that are making them emotional, or even just the sound that's making them emotional, they're open, right? And so once people are open, I just try my best not to, take up all the space, and allow them to, say what it is they need to say. And a lot of times, just people being able to speak and be heard, and other people listen to their problems or the struggles that they're going through, that damn near be really what a lot of people need. And so that plus then you say and you're vulnerable in the space and you tell people what you're going through and what what you've been experiencing in your life, and then someone else may say something and it may resonate or it may be similar to the struggle that you're experiencing. And just in that connection and in the connection of like, damn, they experiencing this too, like I'm not alone, that is hella healing. That's literally hella healing. And so like I said, the they be the healing circles facilitate themselves because um ultimately I believe that we all actually know what we need to heal. We actually have all the tools we need within ourselves to figure out what our bodies need to heal. um, I just think that we need to be in a space that promotes that, because there are so many spaces and so many buildings, jobs, different community settings, places and spaces that don't allow people to be themselves authentically. You have to put on this mask and pretend to be hella corporate or hella dry or hella national. And so just even being in a space where it's like you can be yourself, you can, be yourself as long as other people are safe. But yeah, you get to be yourself, and that alone, like I said, is healing. How many people don't get to have like in-depth conversations with their family or maybe even their spouse? How many people have to hold in like frustration, anger, sadness for years and years and years and years and years and years and don't ever talk about it to nobody? So, especially if it's a space where you're like, this is private, it's, most of these people don't know me, and you just get to literally just, it's damn near like a confession. And I just feel like the weight just be lifted off of your shoulders if you just saying that. But just to even go deeper than that, I always make sure that people like okay, people will say what they're experiencing, their challenges, their struggles. And when we bear witness to one another's struggles, we are able to find that we're one, not alone, and that there's power in our stories and there's power in the things that we go through. But there's also um, this thing where it's like, for one, you're uplifting each other because um, you're uplifting one another because you're realizing that you're not alone. But I don't just stay there. What I do is I make sure that we affirm ourselves. So we say our challenges, we say the things that we're struggling with, and then we don't leave it there. We don't just say, oh, I'm struggling and I just, I'm struggling, I'm challenged, I'm challenged and struggling. But we affirm it, and we affirm ourselves, and we don't dwell in the negative things that are happening. Yes, um we want to acknowledge it because that's our reality, or that is what it's currently or has happened. But we can speak into existence what it is that we want for our future selves, and um, shift the energy and give ourselves the opportunity to hope and believe and have faith, so that we're not just dwelling in the things that are challenging us. And so I think that that's really important. Self-talk, positive self-talk is really important. And then also incorporating other things like moving your bodies, moving your hips. I just saw something the other day and it was talking about how um you'd be surprised how much just moving your hips in a circular motion, I want to say like figure eight motion, is so healing to your body. And so, just even just incorporating different things like that, moving your body, stretching your body, um, bringing in different herbs and aromatherapies and like all these different things, right? To help fix it and not to just dwell on the pain and the problem, but actually be solution based. And like, all right, you experiencing some stress. Let's get you some chamomile. Let's get you some lavender. Um, Also, what's an affirmation to affirm that I am I'm happy, I am well, I am balanced, I am free, I am everything that ain't stress. You know what I'm saying? Just to take your mind away from what the stress is and focus your mind um, positivity. On positivity. I think that we underestimate uh, our ability to. Um, hey, sister girl, how you doing? How you doing this night? This evening. Um, but yeah, how um are we uh really giving ourselves the opportunity to change our perspective? Really. Um, did I answer your question? I'm good. I'm good. I'm sleepy. I feel like I'm being a little delusional right now, so I'm gonna hop off before I start saying stuff, dozing off, talking in my sleep. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in and talk about just I think self. I don't like the word self centering because I think that can be toxic sometimes. But I think when you have neglected yourself a lot, that being a little self centered can be helpful. It can help to save you. It can help you to remember who you are and what you wanted for your life. I think I have just been really sensitive around like relationships and thinking about how relationships affect um, affects your uh, ability to be in tune with yourself sometimes when it's unhealthy. When you're in an unhealthy relationship, sometimes that really can affect your ability to remember who you are and just have healthy practices for yourself because you're so involved in what someone else is doing and how you guys are running as a unit. And so I just think it's when you're trying to heal. Um, I don't care if you don't know nothing about healing. I don't care if you don't know nothing about nothing. But what you can know is that it should be you first. In order to you gotta save you first. Just like they say, when you on an airplane, you put your mask on first. If you want to save anybody else, you got to put your mask on first. Um, so we gotta. That's what we gotta do. We gotta focus on ourselves in order. And that's hard. Just even thinking about that, the way that sound crazy. I got a whole child, but you mean to tell me I need to be focused on myself first? Yes, because if I'm not focused on me, then how the hell am I gonna be there for him if I'm not taking care of myself? So yeah, focus on you, focus on your own healing, go inward, have deep reflection, be around people that help you to be your most authentic self, people that allow you to be you, but also pour right back into you and our reflection of what it is that you see in yourself and what you want to be. So, yeah, I'm going to tap out and get me some rest. I'll be back tomorrow to continue these discussions. If this is helpful to you or there's something that stood out to you, please share the videos and share it with somebody that you may think needs it or anybody that you know that's possibly on a healing journey, especially young people, if there's any young person that you can I go live mostly every day. But yeah, I really have a heart for our young people and wanting to be able to just give advice that I wish I could have heard when I was a young person, a teenager. Unbiased advice or unbiased, like just reflection. At least I hope I'm being unbiased. I don't know. I'm sure I have biases, but at the end of the day, I'm trying my best to just be transparent, really transparent, vulnerable, and accountable. So yeah, share this video, like and comment, and you can go back and watch it. I usually post all my lives, so if you want to interact with it and ask questions, please ask questions. I'm really open, and this process for me has been a process of one, using my voice and speaking my truth. Um, that's something that I at one point in my life did not feel safe enough to do, and so now I'm learning how to use my voice again. I'm learning how to speak up for myself. I'm learning how to trust my words and trust the wisdom that's within me. And it's been a beautiful process so far. I think what I'm really grateful for is that I just have a um, video log of my thoughts, and I think that's really dope. I think that um, I'm grateful, and I hope my son is able to pull some things away from some of the things that I've said, and that makes me want to strive for better, and it makes me want to um, just raise the bar. So yeah, all right. Good night, y'all. Peace and blessings.